Paulo Eduardo Rossetto gets his second career UTV win. John Crimber is your new number one in the world. And Brady Fielder, the Aussies, finds a little bit of mojo. All that and more coming up on a PBR on US Cowboy. Recap of all of the action in Salt Lake City. Welcome in. We are broadcasting, as always, from the Fort Worth Stockyards. And like I said, a lot to get through from the action in the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. The number one thing, shout out to the fans in Salt Lake City. Great sports fans in Utah, and they showed out for this PBR event. This is a quick sidebar before we get into the action. I think Salt Lake City and maybe like Denver, when we talk PBR teams expansion, let's go a little west, but let's make sure that Salt Lake City gets a team because they would support that team like hell. They were awesome all weekend long. The bull riding, frankly, not as good as it has been at some events. No 3 for 4, or no 3 for 3, no 4 for 4. No perfect bull riders in Salt Lake City, but still, it is Paulo Eduardo Rossetto who entered the weekend number 10, who moves up to number 4 in the world with his 2 qualified rides, 176.5 points on 2, and 88.90 on Scrappy in the short round, in the championship round. And Cooper Davis said it. You ride a bull like that in the championship round, you handle the moves that bull threw at you, you keep working, you grit out a really impressive ride. Hey, that's how it shakes out. You end up 2 for 3. He ends up with his second career UTV win to go along with winning at the pit in Albuquerque a season ago. He also, in addition to that ride on Scrappy, rides Walk Hard for 87.75 points in round 1. That was the only ride in any of the 2 Monster Energy Teams Challenge matchups. So he delivers for himself, he delivers for his team, and the Missouri Thunder move to 3-0 in that season-long Unleash the Beast battle on the teams portion of it for that Monster Energy Teams Championship. The Missouri Thunder victorious over the weekend. And now, Paulo Eduardo Rossetto, he has 4 top 5s. That is tied with Dalton Castle for the most in the PBR this season. He is riding 54.55% of his bulls. He is averaging 86 points plus per ride. And I said it before, started the weekend number 10, moved up to number 8, heading in to Championship Sunday after that round 1 ride. Now sits number 4 in the Unleash the Beast standings behind John Crimber, Dalton Castle, and Clay Guyton. On to John Crimber, your new number 1 in the world. And one of the storylines coming in, no Sage Kimzey, no Dalton Castle, no Jose Vitor Leme, who doesn't impact this as much. But without 2 of the top 5 guys in the world, including the number 1 guy in the world, could a John Crimber, could a Clay Guyton, a Marco Rizzo, a Julio Cesar Marquez, could one of those guys maybe not get to number 1, but really take advantage of a week where the rest of the top 5 or 2 other guys in the top 5 are not riding? Who could do that? And it was John Crimber with 92 UTB points to bring his total to 444 on the year. 422 is what Dalton Castle had entering the weekend and still has. So John Crimber with a 22-point lead now. And remember, 2 weeks ago, 2+ weeks ago, he was in danger of slipping out of the top 10. He was barely inside the top 10. Instead, he goes 4 for 4 in Sacramento. He goes 2 for 3 in Salt Lake City. Along the way in Salt Lake City, 84.5 on his first bull, and then 90 points on Sucker Pop to win round 2. And talk about a terrific ride on Sucker Pop. His first 90-point ride of the season, believe it or not, for John Crimber. 12 qualified rides. It took him to finally hit 90 points, but man, did he deserve it. Was at the front of that bull the entire time. He never lost position with his hips. He was terrific, controlled that bull. No extra spur strokes or anything like that, really, but just picture perfect riding, never got in trouble. He is rewarded with 90 points. He is also rewarded for the second consecutive week with a 3.8 point ROB. That's ultimately what won him the event over Clay Guyton by 0.2 of a point, 0.15 points last weekend. He does the same thing, just dominates a bull, and this time it ends up with a 90-point ride. He gets bucked off in the short round. Only two guys, Rossetto and Maverick Smith, rode in the short round. Nevertheless, a 2-for-3 performance for John Crimber, 174 points on aggregate, 92 event points, and he is now number one in the world by 22 points. Brady Fielder, the Aussie, he's finally got a little bit of mojo. It's been a weird season for Brady Fielder, but he was 2-for-3 this week. He ends up fourth in Salt Lake City. So just to revisit, first of all, this is a guy, whether it's been UTB or teams the last couple of years, he's riding 65, 70%. Right now, after a 2-for-3 showing, he is finally back at 50%. He is number 8 in the Unleash the Beast standings. But just again, to run through what has happened to Brady Fielder this season. He starts the year with 3 straight top 10 finishes. That culminates with a win in Boston with a perfect performance. So he starts 6 for 11, 3 straight top 10 finishes, and with a win in Boston. After that, he goes on to buck off 4 in a row, goes 3 for his next 10, and does not finish better than 13th in the next 4 event. Now, this past weekend, he gets back in the short round. He finishes 4th. He goes 2-for-3. He is riding exactly at 50%. And this is not necessarily bad news as we approach the halfway point in the UTB season in Pittsburgh. Not necessarily bad news for Brady Fielder because he is riding significantly less bulls than he has at this point over the past 2 seasons or so, but still ranks number 8 in the standings, still is within 100 points of number 4, 125, 150 points of number 3. So none of this is out of reach right now. And we know this is a guy, because he did it last year, can ride 10, 11, 12 bulls in a row. And so if that streak is somewhere in him, if that streak is brewing, having the baseline of riding 50% for the year is not so bad right now. Some quick injury things to tie up before we get out of here. Jose Vitor Leme, Sage Kimsey, Dalton Castle, all did not compete. Neither did Leandro Zampala, among the notables in the mix there. Then obviously Clay Guyton, really, really bad wreck over the weekend. Something that you never want to see, period, but you never want to see it in a guy who was amidst a breakout season, who was riding so well, who was having so much fun with the guys like John Crimber and Marco Rizzo. It was just really fun to see how well Clay Guyton was riding. He had back-to-back second-place finishes coming in. And again, just a really scary, sobering type bull riding incident there from him. The PBR did update us on Saturday morning. He was alert. His mom updated on Facebook. A really, really severe concussion. He has some more scans to get through, but it does seem like Clay Guyton will be okay. No real danger. Again, obviously there's a lot of danger involved, but no real side effects, no issues other than just a very, very bad concussion, which it looked like it could have been much, much worse. So prayers to Clay Guyton. Again, you don't want to see that happen to anybody anytime, but especially someone who is just really starting to reach close to the mountaintop in their young bull riding career. So that is the recap of all things Salt Lake City. We will be back later this week previewing Pittsburgh. 2 PBR shows on US Cowboy this week. Also 2 pro rodeo shows, No Huddle Rodeo. We are talking all things Fort Worth, some storylines for that, recapping that on Tuesday. Then we'll also be back on Thursday to go a little deeper into what happened in Fort Worth on the pro rodeo side and also preview what to expect in San Antonio. So again, 2 PBR shows, 2 pro rodeo shows. We've got a lot of content to get you this week. But until then, enjoy This has been a recap of the PBR in Salt Lake City, and we will see you for more here on the US Cowboy YouTube channel throughout the week. Thanks for watching, and continue to join us. Continue to like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend, help us spread the word. We very much appreciate it. And again, we will see you later this week with more PBR and pro rodeo coverage.